When you get inside the chat, man, we are talking about the Cleveland Browns. We're talking about the fake supercomputer, man. I'm not gonna let y'all live with this supercomputer thing. That's what we're talking about today. How Dylan Gabriel has been exposed, if you will. Kevin Stefanski has been exposed, and whoever is with this same shit has been exposed as well. Now, uh, the Cleveland Browns use a term to describe Dylan Gabriel to make it seem like he was more than what he actually is. They use a term to hype him up, and you might have heard this term. You may have even heard it before, but we have never heard it used in the terms as a quarterback. Now, the term that they use is Dylan Gabriel is a supercomputer. A supercomputer. I want y'all to try to go ahead and understand that what they basically were saying was this dude is so smart that for whatever reason he's been deemed so smart that he knows everything that's going on the field. They want us to believe that he is this really intelligent quarterback who just knows the X and O's so good that it supersedes any athletic talent because this guy knows where everything is and where everything is going. And then we get out there on a good Sunday and we see the play and it's not matching up with what they said. Now you got to understand that they really needed to have a great justification for why they would start this kid over legendary himself, Shedeur Sanders. So they had to say, well, you know, this guy is so smart. He has incredible arm strength. And then we're seeing these passes that's hanging in the air for so goddamn long, you really think it's going to get picked off. We're seeing these botched up plays. We are seeing these missed signals and miscues, and he's going the wrong way. When the running back is going to the right, he's going to the left. So we're seeing stuff like this, and we're saying, damn, I thought he was a supercomputer. I thought this guy knew everything. He knew all the X's and O's. He's so smart, and he processes. He's a super processor. Double tap the chat when you get in here, folks. I appreciate y'all. He's a super processor, so for whatever reason, they try to feed us this bullshit. And at the end of the day, he's not a supercomputer. He's nowhere near a supercomputer. He actually looked like he does not know what's going on at times on the field. And I'm not going to let this whole supercomputer thing, I'm not going to let nobody live that shit down. He's supposed to be so smart, but yet he's, calling the motion. He's throwing the ball over top of people's heads. He is, he's looking confused. He's looking to the sideline like he needs some help. And the idea that they sold this kid on, that he was a supercomputer, it just went to the wayside. It was one time it was like, okay, well, he's smart. Let's see. It'll show up on the field. But I want y'all to understand that his stats for the week against the horrible Jets was terrible again. Terrible again. He did throw 2 touchdown passes. That is a plus, but it was empty calorie shit. Like, they did have a chance to win this game, folks. The Cleveland Browns should have won this game. We're talking about the Jets. And not only did they lose, but Dylan Gabriel lost to a quarterback who's actually probably the next worst. Dylan Gabriel is the second to the last when it comes to quarterbacks. He is last. I mean, he's right there amongst last. Double tap the screen when you come into the chat, please, folks. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping in. You already know what it is. Real Creator Podcast, and we are talking about the whack-ass Cleveland Browns at this point. Now, I got to tell you this. Let me tell you how bad Justin Fields was before I tell you how bad Dylan Gabriel was. Justin Fields only completed 6 passes. Justin Fields only completed 6 passes. So that right there should have the front office, the coaching staff, the locker room, everybody should be pissed that you lose to a quarterback who only completed 6 passes. Justin Fields only had 58 yards, 57 yards, and 45 of those yards came on 2 plays. 45 of those yards came on 2 plays. So out of the other 5 passes, or the other 4 passes that he completed, only amounted to 12 yards. You see what I'm saying? So we have been lied to that this guy is a supercomputer. We have been lied to that this guy is super smart. We have been lied to that this guy has some type of cannon arm strength, and we are not seeing any of it. So whose idea was it to prop this guy up as something he's not, a supercomputer who has incredible arm strength? We have not seen a display of that yet. He threw a 20-yard touchdown pass. That damn pass was in the air so goddamn long that Jerry Jeudy had to come back and catch it. It's not like it was a strike. He didn't throw a strike. He threw a pass that was falling down, and the receiver saved his ass by coming back to the ball and making a great diving catch, because it was not a good pass. Double tap the chat, man, if you up in here. Okay, turn my mic down. I'm sorry about that. But what I was saying was, let me know if that sounds better right there. What I'm basically saying is, man, we've been lied to. The public has been lied to. Shador has been lied on. So, listen, if they're telling us that Shador, and they're basically lying and telling us that Gabriel is ready, because in no way, shape, form, or fashion does Dylan Gabriel look anywhere close to ready. What we seen from Shador Sanders in the preseason looked ready. You know what I'm saying? But what they did was they hit us with the presto changeo, so y'all get to see him right now, but y'all ain't going to see him no goddamn more. And when you do see him again, you're going to see him with people that's not going to make this team. People that are working at the grocery store right goddamn now. Double tap that screen if you feel what I'm talking about, man. And let me know if my mic sounds a little bit better. Appreciate that, Cedric. Shout out to you, man. Any Cleveland Brown fans in here, let me know what city you listening from, what state you listening from, where you represent. And, I just want to get I'm talking to in here. But y'all know good and goddamn well that this boy is not no goddamn supercomputer. We're not going to let them live that down. You know what I'm saying? This boy looks confused. He looks scared to death. He looks weak. He looks high schoolish. He looks like, that he should not really be in an NFL uniform, to be honest with you, man. The power, it's a certain eye test that you see when you're looking at an NFL player. It's certain speed that things are happening. And when I'm seeing Gabriel, he looked like he's still going college speed. Double tap the screen if you feel me on that, man. Share the video. Share this live. Let's get it going, man. Let's talk about it. Yeah, I'm a little bit hyped, man, so it might seem, and I did have the microphone a little bit close, and now I appreciate folks for letting me know that I was a little bit loud. But like I said, man, we have been lied to when it comes to Dylan Gabriel. Justin, he played a horrible game. Justin Fields played a horrible game. And Dylan Gabriel didn't do much better. He threw a couple passes that was okay across the middle, that soft spot in the middle. But listen, man, they will do anything. Right now at this point, it feels like to me the mission for Kevin Stefanski is just to make Dylan Gabriel look like he belongs in the NFL. At the podium, they're saying things like, we're definitely going with Gabriel next week, and no moral victories, but, yada, yada, yada. He keeps on mentioning moral victories, and I can't help but feel that he's looking for a moral victory. Every time he comes to the podium, that's exactly what he's saying. Now he's cursing. He's saying curse words, and he's saying that we got to get our shit together, and da 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 da. And it starts with me. But at the end of the day, man, of course, we already know it starts with you, but you don't possess what it takes to run an NFL team, and I don't think he lacks the humility. You know, when I hear certain quarterbacks that are real leaders, man, they come to the podium and, you know, they are open book, you know what I'm saying? And they taking the blame all the way. He's saying shit like, oh yeah, well we just didn't play good and we gotta play better and I know that starts with me. But nah, don't we should do better. I gotta get these guys in the game. I have to I have to be a better leader. If I was a better leader, then, you know, because that's really taking responsibility for what the hell is going on in that game. But I don't think Dylan Gabriel, he doesn't look like a humble person. He doesn't look like a person who's going to take his responsibility. He looked like a person who's going to run with privilege and act like it was supposed to happen. Because anybody that knows, and I'm sure Dylan Gabriel's family and friends and everybody knows that Dylan Gabriel is struggling right now. You know, at this point, it's almost like they're about to force the hand of inevitability. Inevitability. What's inevitable is about to happen just because they won't let it. They're trying their hardest not to let it happen. Now, in my opinion, they are making Shedeur Sanders a much larger hero or villain, whichever role he plays in your story. But he's going to be the hero and he's going to be the villain. Trust and believe that. He's going to be both, depending on who you are. Just like when Jesus come back, he's going to have a rapture for some people, and he's going to be the savior for some others. Shedeur Sanders is that guy. You know what I'm saying? Shedeur Sanders is that guy. He's going to be the rapture, and he's going to be the savior. It depends on who you are in the story. Are you one of those delusional Cleveland Browns fans who says that Gabriel isn't good, but Shedeur isn't good either? Because what that really means is you just don't like Shedeur. You don't even want to give him a chance to get on the field to say, oh, well, he's not better, or he is better. But when people come with vague stances like that, to say that I'm not a Gabriel guy, but I don't think Shedeur would do any better. When I hear that statement right there, it lets me know and it opens up your stance on who you are in this for real. Because if you can look at these two players and think that they are anywhere close to each other in comparison, then we have a problem. Somebody has been compromised. He can still save Cleveland. 9-8 is going to win this division. We can still win a division. You know what? That's true. That is very true. I just fear that it's too late to experiment with Shedeur Sanders. I would love to see it, but at this point, you're just giving them scraps. You know what I'm saying? You let the lesser talent bite the whole fucking apple up, and then you left the superstar with the corner of the fucking rind. Does that make any sense? Double tap the screen if that makes no sense to you. That don't make no sense to me. Why would you wait, you know, and let this man have the tail end of the season? Because I heard him saying that Shedeur was definitely going to start the last 4 games. But at the end of the day, that is sloppy seconds right there, man. So you gotta really think about what you're doing. You got a superstar talent, you want to do some shit like that? Cleveland and division winner. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. But I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen. That would be awesome. But I tell you one thing for sure and two things for certain. You got to be a fool as an owner. You have to be a fool as an owner to sit back and watch this debacle under your watch. You're about to get a new stadium. You got a $1 billion deal that you just signed with some folks for sponsorships and all that different shit. Nike just cut Shedeur Sanders one of the biggest goddamn sports contracts Biggest rookie sports contract in history. This shit is bigger than LeBron James. Nike is investing into Shedeur Sanders like LeBron James, and y'all got him on the bench. Y'all think Nike don't know? Y'all think Nike don't know star power when they see it? Because I don't give a fuck what you say. There's plenty of people that done played that wasn't good, but they sold tickets. There is a such thing as that. There's such thing as people who just sell tickets. They don't got to always be winning. But guess what? If you put people behind them, they'll win. Finally, the truth. Shout out to that name. I love that. This team is filled with dogs that Dillon can't get the ball to. This is the science. The team is not sorry. The team got the winners. I agree with you, champ. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? They would rather sit around and say that the team sucked than say that Dylan Gabriel sucked. Double tap the screen as you feel what I'm talking about. If I'm hitting home, double tap the goddamn screen right now. They would rather make Dylan Gabriel seem like he belongs in the NFL than just simply going for what the fuck they know as far as being a team that's trying to win. You got to get lame motherfuckers like Kevin Stefanski out the fucking way. I can look in his eyes and tell you that if I had a conversation with that motherfucker right now, he would probably run the fuck away. I would be too bottom line with him. And the reporters, I feel like they almost in on it too, because they don't ask tough questions. They ask really vague. They let him give vague answers and standoffish answers. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Stefanski is not a stand-up guy. I can look at that motherfucker's eyes and tell you that he's not a stand-up guy. He a goofball. With this defense, an okay functional offense will make us contenders. Ain't no question. The fucking defense make y'all contenders. Baltimore Ravens won the Super Bowl with a bullshit ass. You know what I'm saying? They won the Super Bowl with a bullshit ass offense, man. So when I tell you that this don't have to go this way, it does not have to go this way. Double tap that screen in the chat, man. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, we cooking. But I'm at work and I just came outside to give y'all a quick word. I had about 20 minutes to rap with y'all. It's about at 17. So Baltimore finally, somebody talking that shit. You already know, man. Finally the truth. Hey, if that name right there ain't ring no bells, I ain't get on this internet to talk no lies. If Dylan Gabriel was good, I would tell you that man is good. You know what I'm saying? The problem I got is with these yuppies and these fake sports fans that's really just racially political people and insecure people or racially insecure people. You know what I'm saying? They get on here and got all this jargon about why I should do it. Well, he's not ready. And they're saving him because he hurt his back. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, they coming at you on so many angles, on so much fake shit that I couldn't sit back and listen no more. So I got to get on here and tell y'all what the truth is. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line, finally somebody talking that shit. Stefanski is a bum. We need to get Sanders. Shit, man. I got to move this background because it got white on it and the letters are white. So let me change this so I can see what the fuck that says. We need to get Sanders in here and let the old man coach. Man, look, Tommy had the fucking offense moving a little bit better. I think Tommy Reese had the offense moving a little bit better. See, Stefanski is such a protector of Dylan Gabriel that he was doing that bullshit for 4.5 yards and shit, man. Like, come on, man, get the fuck out of here with that shit. If you in the NFL and that's all you could do, just face it. Cause Stefanski is not helping this motherfucker be no better. He's actually making his ass worse. And now you kind of figuring it out that Andrew Berry is hands off with all this bullshit. He ain't got nothing to do with this. Jim Haslam, hands off with all this bullshit. Stefanski orchestrated this shit his motherfucking self. Damn. We got the chat popping right now. I hate to have to go back to work, but bro, we not new. Discrimination, I know it when I see it. I know this sound crazy, but I thought SS with this defense would make Cleveland contenders. Ain't no question. Super Bowl contenders. Goddamn. Listen, I'm gonna say this. We would never fucking know because they didn't give it a chance. They never, you know what I'm saying? You saw the fucking. We saw what happened in preseason. But you know what they want us to do? They want us to forget that he came in there and dropped dimes. Because what they did was they set him out there with no fucking first team reps. Let me ask you this. If somebody was really, man, subscribe to the channel too. Shout out to my motherfucking self for dropping dimes on y'all. But listen, if somebody was really a fifth round pick and they really dropped, first of all, it ain't no such thing as dropping from the first to the fifth. That shit never happened in the history of the NFL. Never happened. So anybody out here that's saying you can drop from the first to the fifth round is a motherfucking liar because it never happened. Second of all, if they really thought he was a fifth rounder, then why the fuck did he start the season opening game for preseason? When the fuck in your life have you ever seen a fifth round, fourth on the depth chart quarterback start the fucking season opener? Come on. Like it. You ain't never in your motherfucking life seen no goddamn. I had a phone call, but you ain't never in your life seen no goddamn fifth round draft pick. If he was a legitimate fifth round draft pick, start the fucking season. How much faith did they have in him? But on top of that, they let him start the season, but they didn't give him no first team reps the whole goddamn camp. So they thought, okay, we'll set this motherfucker up to look bad. Even though we know he's good, we're going to set him up to look bad by giving him no first team reps. We're going to sit him out there against a first team defense, and we're going to watch this motherfucker get eaten alive. And guess what happened? Guess what happened, y'all? He dropped fucking dimes on them motherfuckers. Now everybody's sitting around looking dumb. Now he chilling at halftime talking to Andrew Berry like, yeah, you're not happy for me, are you? You're not proud of me, are you? So Shador was playing. While y'all think this man's sad on the motherfucking bench, he don't give a fuck. He making more money than every rookie out that motherfucker and some veterans, and he ain't even touched the field. That motherfucker got more endorsements, and don't forget that prime equity shit that he brought to the league that everybody, the owners and shit is pissed off about as well. Prime equity, where you get to come in with your NIL and everything that you already had tied to your name and your worth and your wealth and your brand, you get to supersede that shit. You get to keep that. He's a smart motherfucker too, just like his father, Prime Time. You know what I'm saying? So all of y'all on here, man, I need y'all to subscribe to the channel, man. Hit the like, share the video, and I got to get back to work, man. I got like 5 minutes to get in here. I got one more appointment, and as I'm driving home, I'm going to start the live, and we're going to get back to this because I got a whole lot more jewels and gems I got to drop on y'all that I just couldn't get to right now. But best believe it's written down on my paper right here on the side. Shout out to y'all, everybody in the chat. Shout out to my man, Finally the Truth. Bro, we need that. Yeah, shout out to my man, Finally the Truth. Man, make sure you subscribe to the channel, homie. We back at it in about an hour. I'll holler at y'all. I hate to leave the chat with 64 people in it, but I got to go back to work. Unless y'all want me to talk to y'all. Matter of fact, fuck it. I'm going back to work, and I'm going to keep talking to y'all.
saying? So you really got to add all of that information because it's relevant. What he did in 6 motherfucking years. This man only really played at Colorado for 2. So from day one, they've been trying to stack the odds. You know what I'm saying? They've been trying to stack the odds to make this shit look good for Gabriel. And I could say that's my opinion, but it's really a fact. It's a fact that that's what they was doing. They've been trying to do that. There's people in the comments section who share the same sentiment as the people who, like Rex Ryan and all of these whack ass people. But at the end of the day, when this season over, Kevin Stefanski is going to be under some heavy scrutiny, man. He's gonna lose a lot of credibility with players, maybe not coaches, and owners. And he might not lose it with the Browns or somebody that's one of his buddies, but it's everybody not gonna be pleased with that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's NFL analysts right now that's saying, yo, this is a fucking outrage. And what are you really trying to do? Because it's a whole team that want to win. You basically sputtering their fucking chances of winning away by constantly trying to lean on this broken chair leg, this fucking original computer. It's 2025. If that's your computer or your supercomputer, you need something else. That motherfucker ain't working. It ain't working. That 22-yard pass looked like somebody shot a duck out the fucking air, and it just happened to fall in Jerry Jeudy's hands. You know what I'm saying? He had to run back. He had to fall backwards to even get that ball. I've seen like that stuff. Ice spiral was there forever. And they landed in his hand. That's as much a surprise to Dylan Gabriel as it was to us. Because it didn't look like it was going to be no catch. It looked like it was short. Am I right? Double tap the screen if you know what I'm talking about. But then there was a series of plays where he was throwing the ball at players' feet. He was throwing the ball at people's goddamn behind him. He was throwing the ball over people's heads. He was throwing the ball every fucking way but in the breadbasket. And we know that is the desire to catch a decent pass. You don't have to be jumping and doing all that shit, but like I said, man, have definitely been lied to. I would really love to know who was behind that whole supercomputer thing. Who came up with it? That motherfucker needed no explanation. Because know that it deserved a fucking explanation. You can't just say, oh, we're gonna play this dude over Shedeur Sanders, and you don't have some off the wall crazy shit like, oh, he's a supercomputer. That motherfucker is, yeah. Boost mobile out this motherfucker, man. But like I said, I'm not letting them live that supercomputer shit down. They're gonna have to live that shit. Who the fuck said that? Who came to that conclusion? Because their job needs to be called right now. They need to go to the front of the line and say, I made that mistake. Or I lied. Because I don't think nobody made a mistake. I truthfully think that they just fucking lied. You gotta have a lie to do and pull off the bullshit that you're about to pull off, which is still happening. So I believe that it ain't no total wash. You're not putting them at the best odds. If you want them to 92. 92, my man in the chat said he thought that they could be Super Bowl contenders. I'm like, possible. We would never goddamn know. Not the way we could have knew. And they didn't want that shit to happen like that. They needed it to be murky. And it's hella murky now. Tap that screen though. Run it out. Run it out.
In a city called Fulton, there's a cowboy without uniform, without a range, but 3 times a week for 44-year-old Brandon Fulton, the streets.
Look, man, give me
And if there
let me
were
see what
ever
they
a
talking
Wild
about.
West in the South, it would
This
be
shit is
at
point
Fulton Drive.
shaving. Yeah, it is. They definitely point shaving.
Originally from Brooklyn, New York, Fulton isn't a street performer.
Listen, man, that's what I'm gonna do. I'll be in the car in about
Full traffic, everything.
30 minutes. I'll be
I'm
back.
confident she's in tune with me. I'm in tune with her. I'm not worried.
Tap in
That if I should go like this,
and hit that subscribe button.
move forward.